What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Social Sig vlog. It's currently Wednesday, February 28th, and I am woke up this morning feeling a little sick in my throat, just a little bit of some phlegm or whatever, some stuff in my throat. So I kind of felt it yesterday, but drinking like Emergen-C, some tea, and just like keeping the liquids going. So I stay healthy for our show. This Saturday at the Cooperage is our next full band show. It's going to be with Triptych, Gold Steps, and Social Sig. So I've been wanting to play with Gold Steps specifically for quite some time. They are kind of like a Milwaukee power punk pop band, kind of like a Paramore sort of thing. They're really fun. And then also the Cooperage is a really great venue. We played there a handful of times. Really, really big old room. It's like an old factory sort of thing that they converted into like a concert venue slash really nice bar. It's a fun time. So come on through. It's gonna be a blast. I got Kai on drums, Eli on bass, and Isaac Rapinski on guitar. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the show. We jammed the other day on last Thursday. And then we had practice this Thursday as well. But yeah, it got me really excited. We're playing some new songs, and we are ready to boogie. What else? So that's on that day. Lately, it's been super duper warm outside. Yesterday was awesome. It was like 60 degrees out. Hope you guys were able to get outside. I got a haircut yesterday, which feels really good as well. So I did have some like longer, shaggier hair, and it's always nice getting a haircut, especially when it's so warm outside. But today I woke up and there's some snow on the ground, and it was thunderstorming last night, which, by the way, I'm kind of jumping all around as usual, but Crab Cake, my dog, was super duper scared of the thunderstorm. It was actually kind of really cute to see him like kind of curl up to me and Sheila, and he's like shaking a little bit because he was so scared of the thunder. But this last weekend, this is just a little Crab Cake update. This last weekend he was with Sheila in Chicago. He has been on some meds because way back a few weeks ago we found out that he has a possible slip disc in his neck. So he's been on meds, and then he was on meds, got off meds, he started having more pain. So we went back to the vet last week, and basically they just want to put him on a longer amount of time on the meds just so his inflammation goes down. He should be fine. It's nothing life-threatening, but he's yeah, we're just kind of taking it easy these days. But I don't know, this last weekend we think it's the meds, but he's been a little twerp lately, but just being real sassy, and but the last 2 days he's been fine. Anyways, yeah, it's been really nice outside. I've been getting into really good routines. I kind of mentioned the start of it last vlog maybe, but I've been trying to run every day. I haven't been doing that consistently every day, but just trying to do some sort of exercise, get my body moving. I do walk Crab every day, so at least I'm getting outside, but trying to do some more like harder workouts, which definitely help my mental health as well as physical health. And then I've been writing every morning, drawing, and reading. So I just finished a book called Milk and Honey, which is like this poetry book, which I found that sometimes it's very difficult for me to set aside time and actually read a full book. I usually have a bad habit of reading a book halfway through and then I never end up finishing it. I just started. I'm on chapter 2 of this book that Sheila recommended. It's called Farm City. It's basically the education of an urban farmer. So it's about this girl in Oakland, California, who starts basically cultivating a farm in the city. So it's pretty interesting. Yeah, it's been good to be in a good routine. As I mentioned before too, February I have been taking most of the month off of shows, which feels very refreshing, which allows me to go to more shows and kind of just do some more I don't know, just tending to myself and social sig in areas that need it, because I'm not super busy on the road and all that good stuff. So I'm working on booking for this West Coast tour for late May / early June. Kind of putting everything into place. I'm even looking into booking for like a late September, early October fall tour out east, and just a lot of kind of moving pieces coming together, and feels good, honestly, kind of getting everything set up and getting people confirmed for shows and setting it all up. But definitely need to start getting more cooking on this as we get more into spring. But so gonna be out west. I have some fun things confirmed and I'm excited to announce it. But that's been that. Recently on Monday too, I just got asked to potentially open for a band called Lime Cordial, if I'm saying that right. But my brother Addison and buddy Ryan have both seen them. Addison has seen them twice over in Europe, and they're one of Ryan's favorite bands, and they're kind of more in the indie pop realm. Really cool band. I know a few of their songs, but they're really blowing up right now. They're some dudes from Australia, but got asked to open up for them at Bottom Lounge in Chicago, which is freaking nuts. So I just followed up today again to see if it's confirmed, but that's going to be a big show. It's going to be April 5th. If it works out, really, really hoping it does, because it's going to be definitely a packed house in Chicago. If we get on that bill, that would be insane, and really, really proud about that one. I mean, just kind of like chipping away at shows and like putting in all the work. I guess like some moments like this, like getting asked to open for a really big band, and not even in my own local town of Milwaukee, but the Chicago. That's just it's definitely a big step. I've been really focused on trying to market myself as a Chicago, Minneapolis, like Madison band as well, more of like a Midwest area. Really drawing and really kind of growing my audience that way. So thanks to you guys if you guys are in those cities and coming out to shows. And it's been really rewarding, I guess. So getting something like this is just like it feels very affirming that I'm doing something right. So I hope it really works out. April 5th at Bottom Lounge. And so it's kind of interesting how it worked out too, because the talent buyer of Bottom Lounge emailed me just saying like, hey, it'd be really cool to get Social Sig a show at Bottom Lounge. Like, are you guys available in spring? And I do have a Chicago show in April already at Burlington Bar, middle April. And a Chicago show in July at Reggie's, kind of in the works. And so I was about to email him. I literally had it typed out like, hey, sorry, super interested in playing, but we're pretty booked out of Chicago until like late summer, maybe early fall. And then I texted Jim of Motel Breakfast. He's a good friend of mine and a good contact to have in the Chicago scene that we've talked numerous times about the Milwaukee / Chicago scenes. But I messaged him. I was like, what's your opinion on the Bottom Lounge? Because I've heard of it, didn't really know about it. He said it's a great room. It's like an 800-person capacity, good area, and they typically don't book local bands. So he said it was really cool that they're reaching out. Maybe it's a shift that they're trying to work on more, but still, regardless, really cool that they reached out to Social Sig. So that's really cool to hear. And then he's like, I say go for it, see what they want to do. Because the initial email was like, hey, it had no context really. So I changed my email to say, yeah, what's up? Like, what are you thinking? And then he told me about the opening for Lime Cordial, and super fucking cool. So I know of those guys and know some of their songs. So really, really cool. And I hope it works out. This last Sunday I recorded drums with Kai at Bean's house for our next single called Teenager, which has been a song in the making for like 4 years now. We played it live so many times, and so it feels really good to have it like very down pat. and it makes recording way easier too. But it's coming together really well. I just did vocals yesterday with Bean, and just got to redo some guitar stuff, some bass, and hoping to release that actually on April 5th as well. So yeah, hope that works out. Yeah, I'm just thinking out loud that I think Motel Breakfast is having a EP or album release on that day as well. Maybe Teenager. Yeah, okay. I'm just getting my dates all for sure. But yes, so Teenager releases on April 5th. It's that Friday. And hopefully we're opening for Lime Cordal at Bottom Lounge in Chicago that day too. So yeah, that's going on. It's a really fun song, and it's one of my favorites. For quite some time, I would play it. I love playing it, and I would kind of make the joke that I was selling the song because it's such a good song, but I couldn't really see it as a Social Sig song because it's about like in the perspective of a teenager. And I was just in my head about like the audience maybe being like only teenagers would relate to it, which my audience is more. And I try not to think too much about like who's listening to my songs, like just fuck it, like whatever. So that's kind of a conclusion that I came. It's a fun song. I like it, and I'm gonna put it out. So, and after playing it a bunch, like so many people fucking love the song as well. So why not? And it's gonna be a great single to put out for spring. Yeah, really excited for this one. What else is going on? So yeah, booking a bunch, recording, and I saw a local show at Cactus Club on Saturday or Friday. I think it was Saturday. Yeah, it was definitely Saturday. It was Grain Elevator, Chapped Lips, OK Cool, and the Deadbolts. Really fun show. I was hanging out with the Diet Light boys earlier. We got dinner. Also, Kevin of Mid Park was with us. Kevin just moved to Milwaukee. He is like the Midwest rock and roll band DIY guy, all things sort of booker promoter in the Midwest. He just moved to Milwaukee, so that's pretty cool. And I just had him on the podcast last Wednesday, I believe it was, or maybe last Monday. So yeah, that should be coming out. I'm kind of backdated on releasing the Social Sid podcasts. I got to start editing Bridgers that I did with Bridger, my buddy. But the next podcast, I do believe, is going to be with a band called Pretoria. Maybe on Saturday morning we're going to get together because they're in town on Friday. Really cool rock band from Grand Rapids. They're kind of doing a really cool thing. They have a good following out in Grand Rapids. So it's been really cool to sort of put together this like little map of like who knows who, and also just like building the spreadsheet that I have that I'm really proud of. It's the Social Sig tour sheet, but just like making notes. If I see a band on Instagram, I'll make a note of them in what city they're from. But it's kind of cool to have just in my head like an idea of bands in certain areas, and then talking to some people. It's like, oh, they're playing with them, and it's just like this whole ecosystem of right now DIY. And if we all keep going, doing our thing and kind of figuring it out, it's gonna be really cool to see some of these bands maybe like play some big tours one day. And I look forward to the day of calling them my friends. And yeah, just kind of a cool thing to be a part of. And what else is going on? I've been watching a lot of good movies lately. This last Friday, I watched She's the Man for the first time. It's with Amanda Bynes, and oh my God, it was one of my favorite movies I've ever seen in my life. It was so funny, and I thought it was genius. It was just, I can't believe I haven't seen it before. I really understood the premise. Like Channing Tatum is in it too. So funny. Amanda Bynes is incredible. It's also kind of sad to know of her, like what happens to her. Just like her just kind of spiraling out of control, and just like as a person. So that's really sad. And so I kind of did some Wikipedia, some light research online, just watching some documentaries on Amanda Bynes. And right now watching Sydney White. I started it last night but didn't finish it. But really, really great actress. So that's, you hate to see it, but really interesting and really great. So yeah, watch that. And then also Porco Rosso. We've been watching some Studio Ghibli movies. Porco Rosso is about this pig, this man turned into a pig, but also he's like it's like based upon out in the Mediterranean. And I don't know if this is interesting to anybody. I'm kind of just, this is my vlog, I guess. So, and this is what's going on. But yeah, he's like a pig flying around the Mediterranean, and this whole story unwinds. It's really cool, really badass movie. So that was really a great movie, I thought. But yeah, I've been promoting the show at Cooperage, which will be on Saturday. Very excited, as I said before. Trying to stay healthy as well, and yeah, things are good. Can't complain, and just chipping away. And the weather's been nice, I guess, and yeah, it feels really good. So hope you guys are doing well. Also, just yeah, hope to see you guys soon. I know winter is almost done, and it feels like people are coming out of hibernation, which is always one of the best feelings, especially living in Milwaukee. I'm not sure if many people can relate to that feeling, but once it gets warmer outside, everybody is outside, and it's just so great. You got the windows rolled down, and life is good. So that was yesterday. So looking forward to more of those days. Yeah, also looking forward to going out more and seeing more shows as the summer usually goes. Yeah, things are good, and hope to see you guys soon, I guess. All right, I guess this is goodbye. See you guys. Love you. Bye.